Hey, how's it going? And welcome back, you marvelous monsters, to another issue of Marvel Canon Madness. I'm your host, Chip, but I'm not alone. I've got two co-hosts here tonight. We've got the ever-loving Roy.
Hello,
How's it going,
everybody.
buddy? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
Good.
Staying busy, taking care of the family. You know.
Yeah, that's all you can do, really. And back from his long hiatus, we've got the other co-host, Josh, here tonight.
Hello. I am back. Yes, I am back. Sorry, I still haven't seen Shang-Chi, so
That's hilarious. Well, welcome back.
no spoilers, please.
Yeah. Anyway, so about that, we're just gonna have a nice short episode tonight. I think our plan is covering the what if Thor was an only child, and next week we're gonna have our big 25th episode, and we're gonna cover both parts of what appears to be a two-parter. So.
Would you say it's
that
an
way.
overarching episode with an overarching story? Is that something you would admit to on that?
If in part 2 he gathers heroes from stories we've seen already, then yes, he's an overarching villain. If not, then I don't think so.
That's really interesting. That's a very interesting point right there. I don't know where I think
Is next
some people
episode
have
the season
discussed that.
finale?
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, if he gathers other, I mean, and he got Doctor Strange, so I guess he's an overarching.
Weird. Well, we'll have to dive into that a little bit next week for sure, if that's the case.
It might be the case. It might be the case.
Yes, sir. No, I wanted to just say, like, it's good to be back, you guys. I haven't been here for 2 episodes, so I'm very proud of you for holding down the fort and being podcasters.
Yeah.
Especially, and you, Roy, you have your own new show now, the Intrepid DM Journeys, correct?
Yeah.
It just dropped, what, the 2nd episode yesterday or today?
Today's Wednesday. It was this morning, 8 a.m.
Okay. Cool.
It'll be bi-weekly every other Wednesday. And
yeah.
It's been fun. I already have a lot of guests lined up, so it's going smoothly right now.
Nice. That's great. That's really good to hear. I listened to the first episode. I need to listen to the second one. But I did really enjoy the first one. So yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot going on in this network now. You got MCM that does live every Wednesday. You got Intrepid DM that drops on Wednesdays. Best Flicks that drops on Sundays. TMA comes out Thursdays. I got a really cool interview with our friend April. She was an author of a collection of poetry. It's actually a really cool interview. It was a really fun chat with her. And then obviously Sudden But Inevitable on Friday is our real season finale where we talk about the Cowboy Bebop movie. But man, the next week we're gonna have a Quest Me dropping, because I don't know if you guys are gonna get involved in this, but there's a new little Star Wars show that came out called Visions, and I know that we all wanted to have a little bit of a roundtable, so that might be the first time that each member of the network does a show together. If Chip is in on it, are you coming, Chip?
About that, so I'm like 3 episodes deep. I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing they're only 15 minutes each, huh?
Yeah.
Really easy to catch up.
How are you going to top
episode 7?
NPH?
Man, yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff that I definitely am excited to talk about with that. And I just did episode 8 today. I still have one more episode to watch. So, Yeah, but it's fun. And then my
Absolutely.
last thing that I wanted to plug right now, uh, Marvel Canon Madness has some T-shirts on sale at the shop. If you go to twistmodernpodcast.com/TMA-store, you can find the link to our store. And if
Mhm.
you would like, you can actually save 15% by entering the code Chip was wrong. All one word, Chip was wrong, for 15% off your next purchase of a Marvel Canon Madness t-shirt. Chip
Yeah,
was wrong is the
as
code.
is
Don't
so
forget.
rarely the case. Chip was, whereas I was not incorrect. It was not the way I said it was.
Yeah, I think that'll be a fun little thing for everyone. Eventually, there's going to be a Josh was wrong, a Roy was wrong.
Oh, we already
Else?
had the Roy was wrong. It ain't happening again.
I'm talking for a code for
Oh, well.
for a discount code. Maybe we'll do an anniversary, the first anniversary of Roy was wrong next year.
I was about to say, want to bet?
Nice. That's all. I mean, that's really all I had to say. I had a lot of things to talk about there. It's been a minute since I've done a live show. I guess it's weird.
That's good. That's good. Like, I feel like it was a little bare bones the week it was just me and Roy. We not not as good at the plugs and all that jazz. So it is definitely good to have you back.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to talk about some what if too. You guys said we already talked about Killmonger, the Killmonger Tony one.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
me,
I feel
Chip,
like
and
we
Scarlet
Oh,
started.
did in the last
you
episode.
guys did.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, what
right.
were your
Okay.
thoughts on it, Josh? We
I
got plenty of
really
time.
liked
We're
it.
only gonna do
I
like one episode. It's all good.
I thought it was a fantastic episode. It was dark. It was, you know, different. I mean, all of these stories have been different, but that one was, Killmonger is always going to be a bad guy. He's always going to be a villain, no matter what. So I really liked that story for sure. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10.
I mean, it depends on your point of view.
Yeah, I think we are nines across the board on that one.
I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, I think
Cool.
so.
It was,
Yeah, I mean, it
it
was
was a very well done episode. I will give it that.
Yeah.
And it did a good job of breaking your heart multiple times.
absolutely. Oh man, and the guy who plays Tony Stark does a really good job.
He does. He does.
He sounds like Robert Downey, so I really like that too. I like the cast in all of this, honestly.
Yeah.
He does. The actor who does Tony Stark, I like his voice. You can tell it's not you can tell it's not I should know this
Robert
name.
Downey Jr.
Robert
RDJ.
Downey Jr. Yes. You can tell it's not him simply because the guy that's voicing him on What If sounds a little bit more nasally,
Right.
but that's
Sounds like
my
he
only
should sing for Newfound Glory. You mean?
I feel like he doesn't. This voice actor doesn't change his tone when he's delivering a joke. He doesn't deliver jokes very well.
Sure. It's not the same, at least.
Right.
Well, in his defense, he does die every episode. It's kind of hard to have humor with that.
Every
Sure.
single time.
Sure.
That's why Doctor Strange is like.
Mick Wingert is the guy who actually plays him. He was Master Po and Zhang in Kung Fu Panda: Legends of Awesomeness, and he's basically just a voice actor. He is the current voice of Iron Man, so any Iron Man cartoon that comes out right now is him. So that's kind of cool. There's like a continuation there with the voice actors, even though RDJ didn't come back. There's still some sort of continuation there, continuity. I like that.
For sure.
For sure. But then, I mean, everyone else in that episode, Jeffrey Wright, who obviously he plays the Watcher. I love that guy from Westworld.
Yeah.
And then Michael B. Jordan was Killmonger. Jon Favreau, Chadwick Boseman, Andy Serkis was Claw. Don Cheadle, Rhodey, Paul Bettany. Everyone is in it. So it's wonderful to be able to see our favorite heroes in animation and have the same voices. That's
And he even got to drop the guess I'll freestyle then.
yeah, for sure.
Good line.
Do you ever get like? Sometimes that's what kills me with Marvel cartoons. Like I feel like the DC cartoons have it together to where they can kind of match the voices. You know, like you're always gonna have a gravelly Batman. You're always gonna have a optimistic kind of "Hey there, citizen Superman," and it's always gonna be that same kind of voice. Whereas in Marvel cartoons, it's different a lot. I always find it kind of jarring that they don't sound like their character should sound.
Well, it's because they actively show the multiverse. Not everyone's gonna sound the same. Maybe Peter in the zombies what if just didn't hit puberty by then. You don't know.
Well, I don't mean like sound the same. I just mean have some sort of again the continuity between voices. You know, in the cartoons you have a kid Peter, and then you have like some adult Peter, but they're both the same age, and it's like, well,
Yeah. You'll have some people play Dr. Banner as like just some guy.
Mhm.
And then
Right.
you'll have people that are like, oh, I'm Dr. Banner. Yeah.
right, some nerdy doctor, yeah. That's just that's just me though, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of a stickler with that or something.
I guess that all depends on the director too, because the director is going to tell them, "Here's what I want from the character," and that's what they're going to try and get. So,
Marvel's cartoons were super lackluster. I don't really ship any of them up until What If. Like What If has been fantastic, but like Marvel
Like anything
animation
else. Yeah.
I ship the '90s cartoons. Like those were, admittedly, they're not as good now.
That was
they're more
Fox
campy.
Marvel though. That was Fox Marvel, not Disney Marvel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I more meant like all of the animated movies because like I definitely enjoyed like the older series, but like all the movies that they've done, they make them like very PG and kid friendly, and not like I'm just not into them.
Yeah,
true.
I agree. You got me curious as to who played Spider-Man in the Zombies episode, and it was Hudson Thames, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I
just
don't know who that
another
is.
voice actor. Yeah, he just kind of does random
He's
voice
a
acting.
jobber.
He was pretty close to what Tom Holland
I-
sounds like as well. So
I agree. I thought he was closer than Robert Downey Jr.,
Mhm.
but he was very close for sure.
Yeah, they did a good job of like casting all the voice actors for sure.
And I really like how this show has been. It's like it means more to the universe than I think we all realize. You know,
Mm.
like what and what if this Doctor Strange that gets pulled out? What if he's the actual Doctor Strange in the new Spider-Man movie that people have been talking about, like the evil Doctor Strange? You know,
It's-
because there could be some sort of continuity aspect there. Or they could combine this with, I don't know why I keep saying that word, but they could combine What If with the movies, you know, with the cinematic universe. That one reason they would have all the same voice actors, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I feel like I did hear a rumor that there are 2 Doctor Stranges in this movie, so that could be the case.
And that would be really cool because at first, like when we first started watching this, it was more like, oh yeah, this is a one-off kind of thing, blah. But now it seems like it just means a little more.
I don't know who did the interview, but someone I can't remember who it was. They were talking to the interviewer and they said, if you're guessing about who you think is going to be in the movie, you should stop because you're not even close. And it's like, that says a lot. So for all we know, we're getting Paul Giamatti in the movie as Rhino again. We don't
Dude,
know.
I said that would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
like
I always feel like that's a deterrent. That happened in Star Wars a lot too, with those movies coming out and all the fanboys, you know, making their their predictions. I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure like Oscar Isaac or Daisy Ridley came out and was like, "You guys are all wrong. You need to just stop guessing." And then come to find out, most of them were right. And it's like, yeah, that's just something you say.
Right. The classic misdirect. Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield talking about, I'm definitely not in this movie.
Okay, good job. Yeah, and then you got like leaked photos all over the place of that dude in a Spider-Man costume in front of a green screen. Like, yeah, no,
He was
you're
in 4K. Yeah, they had
You're not-
footage like in 4K of him. Like,
yeah, you're not
Um,
fooling anybody.
Andy Serkis did confirm. Well, I don't know if it's a confirmation, but he like flat out said that Venom will meet Spider-Man at some point. So
Of course he did. He doesn't give a shit.
yeah. But I mean, he like it's gonna happen. They're gonna meet. I mean, Sony still has the rights. They can do what they want with him. So
I mean, I feel like the end credits of Venom 2 is going to have Tom Holland in it.
I can see that. I think we've
T-
talked
like-
about that before.
Yeah. And Tom Hardy is like, Tom Hardy at this point is like actively, he's doing that thing where he's like actively telling people, like, please don't spoil the after credits scene. So, like, I don't know. Even saying that is kind of like telling. I mean, it's not the first time Sony and Marvel have crossed over. Like, the whole reason Marvel gets to use Spider-Man is because they paid Sony a lot of money. So, I mean,
Right.
it's all good.
Did you guys happen to catch the picture that Tom Hardy got spotted with? Or
the No Way Home hat or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I
Yeah.
did see that. He posted, I think it was a tweet. He like tweeted and he was wearing one of the, yeah.
Trying to open this up in a bigger thing, but yeah, so in this photo you can actually see, is this gonna do it? Nope. You can see the hat that he's wearing is Spider-Man No Way Home hat.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right up here.
Maybe Venom is the Shadow. Maybe it's not the Lizard.
That's what I said. I said it. I thought it looked like
That's
the.
yep. There's a bigger one right there. You can kind of see it now. Spider-Man No Way Home, and
I
he's
was
also
saying
wearing a
The
Cobra Kai
Cobra
t-shirt.
Kai shirt. Oh, he's on Cobra Kai.
That'd be awesome.
Coming on Netflix December. I guess now we have to watch it because that's Marvel canon.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, no, I really
Um,
like. I said that when we watched the trailer. I like found that screenshot. I was like, bro, I don't see a tail anywhere. I think that looks like the Venom movie Venom. Like, so I mean,
Honestly,
it would be really interesting.
There was hardly anything to see on that though.
No,
Like,
there was nothing.
It was very, very shadowy.
True, but you got a silhouette of the shape, and there was like no tail whatsoever, not even the hint of one. So I was like, okay.
Well, I still think that was just them in the chamber where they're going through the multiverse and they're seeing different. They're looking into different universes and they see someone go at at them. Like you'd see someone running towards the image. The sling rings or whatever.
Mhm.
They make the portals. I really feel like that's just a portal that's looking over into some other universe that they can see, but then the people in that universe can't see that actual portal. It's like a one-way mirror kind of thing, or
It's possible.
two-way mirror, I guess. I don't. That's just what I think. Is that they're in that little chamber doing the spell, and then they come out of it, and there's a bunch of portals around them, or something like that. I don't know. That's probably a lot, but my predictions are always wrong. Come back in December for Josh was wrong on your 15% off your shirts.
No, it was that's not bad. Not a bad theory at all.
I mean that's and that's all I got for Killmonger.
Word. Yeah. it was
You
a
asked
good
me what I
episode.
thought about Killmonger, and that's where we went. 24 minutes.
That's right. How many shields do you give Killmonger?
How many shields? 8 out of 10 shields for sure. Yeah.
I know. Well, it's
Jesse, no spoilers on the new episode because we are actually only going to do What If Thor Was an Only Child today and cover both parts of the overarching story for the Ultron. That's right, the overarching story for the Ultron Part 1 and 2. We'll do that next episode. And Jesse, it's not quite settled. Not yet. The bet is not settled quite yet. But
it's looking grim for me.
But if we were on like a fantasy cast on ESPN on your phone, Roy would have a 99% chance of winning and Chip would have a 1% chance of winning. So that's about where we're at.
Yep.
I should make an image like that.
The only plausible outcome would be I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. Well,
I do want to say though that that first comment, Jesse, about Ultron also made me happy. I kind of jumped out of my seat a little bit and yelled, "Yes!" And Kylie looked at me and was like, "What?" But I can't go there because we got to talk about Thor first. So
we do.
So from shields to hammers.
Yes. Good call.
Yeah, from shield to hammers. We got What If Thor Was an Only Child? It was gonna be my least favorite so far. I feel like I was right. I don't know. It just didn't hit the same way some of these other ones did. Really cool fight scene. I really liked watching Thor and Captain Marvel go at it. That was a really well choreographed animated sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one didn't hit quite the same for me. What about you, Roy?
I completely agree with you. I still think Zombies was the worst episode of the series so far.
Agreed.
And this one, I'm probably gonna put this right after. I mean, it was decent. It just did not hit the spots, and it's just weird hearing Chris Hemsworth do voice acting. The animation style for his voice just, I don't know. It hit me differently. Maybe I watch really good animated series and the voice acting is generally just great, but this one didn't seem to have it. And Darcy was kind of the same way for me. But overall, the episode was good. I enjoyed it. The fight between Captain Marvel and Thor was. I want to see her and Thor go at it after he has the experience. This is Thor pre-learning about his true abilities and ascending to that higher tier of power with the axe and everything. So
he's just the god of hammers right now.
He hasn't leveled up yet.
So
I feel like I'm on the opposite end of that because I didn't think this was necessarily one of the worst episodes. I do think that Zombies was the worst episode because nobody cares about zombies anymore, and I don't know. But I don't know. I think I liked this one because I kind of related with Thor a little bit in the sense of when I was younger, if I was Thor, I would probably party so hard that planets would explode as well. So like I could relate. But I don't know. I enjoyed this one. I thought it had a lot of good comedy. I feel like all the comedy that was missed out on throughout the series was all put into this basket. You know,
it was really funny. Yeah,
because there wasn't a lot of comedic stuff in the first 6 or 7 episodes, whereas this one was hilarious. There were so many different. I mean, Darcy and the Duck. Come on, man. I want a new comic or some sort of adventure called Darcy and the Duck. Like, give me that for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to get a Disney Plus series now.
Oh my God, I hope so.
Be so
God,
funny.
I hope so. And to counter the Chris Hemsworth thing, I liked hearing all of those actors in this cartoon realm. I like hearing actors uncomfortable because that's what they are when they're sitting in a booth and trying to do these things. They're not, they're not looking at one another. Most of these were probably made in each other's houses. They probably didn't have a director there. And if they did, it's probably through a computer screen, and they're doing what we're doing. And okay, Roy, I'm gonna need you to say this, this, and this, and act like it hurts. You know what I mean? And yeah, Hiddleston crushed. I think everyone in their own way crushed their voice acting, and each person was the same. Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, Kat Dennings, Sam Jackson, Jeff Goldblum was even in this. Colby Smulders, Clark Gregg, Frank Grillo, Taika Waititi, Karen Gillian, Jamie Alexander, and Seth Green. Like, everyone played their characters. The only one that really didn't was Captain Marvel, who was played by Alexandra Daniels, and then Frigga was played by Josette Eels. But everyone else was there, and that's one thing that I love about these cartoons is that I recognize those voices. I know who that is, you know.
Yeah, Alexandra Daniels is doing a fantastic job. Like, she's really good at sounding just like Brie Larson. It's
right.
crazy.
She's got that kind of like monotone thing going on that, she kick your ass.
Monotone, less than stellar acting. It makes sense. No, I'm joking.
Wow. Shade. Here comes the
Sexist
shade.
alert.
Brie, if you want to come on the show and bust my chops for making that comment, we are more than happy to have
feel
you.
free.
Like she's ever gonna come on the show now, you jerk. I've been sending her tweets for the last 6 months. Now she's never gonna come on. Ugh.
Picked the wrong week to slide into those DMs.
Great.
So, God, so the I really like that the start of the episode is Odin going into his Odin sleep, and like Frigga, as soon as he goes to sleep, Frigga's like, "Off to my sisters, y'all. I'm gonna drink." Like, deuces. Like, behave. Don't burn the house down. Like, she's just gone.
Like mother, like son. They go to hang out with their friends and
Apparently.
get faded as dad is asleep.
Yeah.
She did give the stereotypical mom speech. Act kingly, make wise decisions.
No parties. So, of course, go to Earth, because Heimdall doesn't care about Midgard.
No.
And that's exactly why, too. But didn't they go somewhere else and destroy a planet, though? Like, wasn't it like a moon?
That was the last time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Time
don't
flows
worry,
differently on Asgard.
Everybody found their way home eventually.
Whether it was in Helheim or Asgard or wherever. Oh man. I did like that too. I think seeing Thor as an only child is really hilarious in its own right, because he's, obviously the story of Thor, he's never been an only child. But then to see Loki come in later and then be bros is even better, because like, even though they're not related, or well, they're not brothers, they're still brothers. You know what I mean? They're still party friends.
Brothers
which
from
is
another mother.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of how I think of Thor and Loki anyway. Just party bros.
It kind of seems like they're each better for it as well, because they weren't in constant competition.
Right.
And they weren't constantly like played against each other as like the good one and the bad one.
Right.
I think Loki is better for it. I don't think Thor is. I think Loki is better for it because he wasn't looked at like the failure child, because that's what people looked at Loki, the mischief, the troublemaker. Thor couldn't do any wrong, he was the golden boy. So, and then this, you get to see Thor mess up, be the failure. Because obviously, if Odin was awake, he wouldn't let this shit go down.
son, you're grounded. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that Thor still meeting Jane Foster in this would help. What would help kind of bring him down a little bit. Like I think if you continued this story of Thor being an only child, eventually he would come around. You know what I mean? Like he's just kind of a wild child at this point.
Yeah, I think this makes him like a more well-rounded individual, like rather than constantly having to like uber behave to like make up for his bad brother. He just gets to like
Right.
be a person.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm trying to. I rewatched the episode like a few days ago, but I'm still trying to remember like what did they destroyed some things, didn't they? Like in the name of partying, basically.
Surtur didn't destroy it, but cut the arm off the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, because he was hitting on the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
like, hey, we're both giants. We're both into fire. And then the arm falls off, and he's like, oh, gotta go.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. See, and gosh, and this episode was so funny in that way.
I love that they bring in like all of these random galactic cosmic characters as if they all just hang out on the weekends. Like Nebula's there partying again, just like
I was expecting to see Thor. Or not Thor, Thanos. Everyone saw Thor there. I was expecting to see Thanos somewhere in the crowd.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even think about that. Did you know that this was I guess I didn't realize this, but this is the only episode where nobody dies.
Oh.
That's kind of interesting. Which probably is why Roy hates it, because there's no death and despair.
No, that's not why I hate it. I think it's more the party bro, beta house kind of Sigma Phi, college vibe to it.
Look, he's clearly still worthy, so you're just being a party pooper.
I'm just.
That was another thing. I fully expected Captain Marvel to like just pick the hammer up off of her. That would have, and the look on Thor's face would have been priceless.
I would have been pretty surprised if she could pick up the hammer.
And there's some really cool
Gorehound. Yep.
There's some really cool facts in this. When Odin falls asleep, Thor walks inside the palace alongside the Warriors 3 when an infinity gauntlet with all 6 stones is seen behind him. I didn't realize all 6 stones were in it, but also in the original movies in Thor Ragnarok, the infinity gauntlet shown in the fake one was right-handed, and the one in this episode is left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
So just another one of those instances of different universe, different things happening.
Yeah. Is it still a fake?
It doesn't say.
I'd put money on it being a fake.
But yeah, I would
Yeah,
guess.
hard to tell with like, because it's just somebody drawing it. And they probably like looked at MCU Thanos and saw what hand he wears it on,
Yeah. That's so funny. Loki calls Thor a son of a witch because Frigga is a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a point at which Thor and Captain Marvel were talking, and Thor told her she should smile more. And that was a complete reference to internet trolls saying Brie Larson didn't smile enough.
Right.
So
I remember laughing.
I thought that was a good slap to, fanboys out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I also like how the end of this kind of gave us a bit of a surprise with, the Watchers talking about, he's like, given his speech, more than battles won or lost, it's relationships that truly define blah, 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 blah. And then like in the middle of his speech, he's like, "Wait, what the hell?" And Ultron Vision comes out of the multiverse with all the stones on his chest. And so that was the first clue that this is now an overarching story. But what did you guys think when you saw that? Like, bet aside, when you saw Ultron Vision with those stones in him, what were your guys' first thoughts, Chip?
I mean, that's pretty scary. You got all 6 stones, and he's not just gonna like waste them with a snap. Like, I don't know, man. Pretty scary, dude.
And it's in his armor too. It's not just a
Mhm.
glove. This shit's in his armor.
Yeah, there's
And
no
his
peeling
head.
that off.
What did you think
Yeah.
about that, Roy?
He did it the right way. Nobody's going to take that shit from him. I mean, it's integrated into his body. But when he popped up this episode, it caught me by complete surprise. I was expecting it to be its own episode kind of thing.
Sure.
I didn't expect them to overlap.
But upon what? All three of we've watched the newest episode, right? I don't want to discuss it too much, but like once you have the new episode as context, that final scene doesn't make any sense though.
Not yet. It doesn't make any sense yet. After watching the first part of this 2-part episode.
Right, because I'm kind of like, well, why would the watcher be surprised at this now? So yeah, I don't want to get too far into it, but I definitely kind of felt like, oh, this kind of was just shoehorned in to like say, hey, stick around, next episode it's gonna get real. Like I don't know, it was weird. So like maybe they'll wrap that in the next episode. So we'll see.
I'm sure they will. They'll have to, right? I mean,
hopefully.
I
I hope they don't just leave that hanging thread for people that notice. Like,
yeah.
I do want to say that I appreciated the whole Thor being like, "Mom, I'm on a study group trip," you know.
Oh yeah.
And after everything's been settled and Thor starts cleaning up and everything, Captain Marvel shows up with the iPad with the itinerary for their entire study group trip that they've been on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
what a save.
Cultural exchange.
Yeah, what a save.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Maria Hill as acting Shield director because Nick Fury got pummeled in some like party accident.
Random accident.
Unconscious.
Yeah. Korg smashes into him when he goes to cannonball.
Yeah, just throws him out of the way. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh, yeah, I don't know, and that had to have been a fun part for Samuel Jackson too, because he only had like one line, and it was ah!
Yeah. They probably recorded all of these episodes in like one day for each actor, you know?
I would think so, unless it's like, that character centric, like the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah,
He
true.
did that in a
Death
couple
of the
days,
Avengers one.
Yeah.
How they probably didn't have Sam do all that in one day.
I mean, with last year, the way it went with COVID and stuff, I mean, they probably just sat in their houses and had all the time in the world to do this.
Well, I don't think Samuel L. Jackson actually recorded any dialogue for this. He's just been in so many movies now that we can just sample him saying anything we want. So we don't even have to pay him anymore. We just have a soundboard with like literally every word in the dictionary at this point.
You can do that now with dead actors. I mean, like Mark Hamill. So he was in the season finale of Mandalorian season 2, and he actually was the actor in that. And I was watching the making of, and they pull different words from different movies and interviews and things that he says and match it up. Basically, it's a real thing. So
That's legit.
You know, if God forbid Samuel ever passes anytime soon, but like could probably still do the whole de-aging thing on someone and pull his voice and words from any other movie he's been in.
I don't know, man. You do that de-aging thing on Samuel L. He looks like he's 20. Like,
He looks great.
yeah,
he looks great
he is
now.
aging just super well. Like, that dude does not look like he's aged a day since I was a little kid.
Yeah,
I mean, at least when he's fully shaved, top and bottom, I don't know, he still looks hella
top
youthful.
and bottom.
Well, like top and bottom here.
Oh, I got you. Oh, okay. I went the wrong direction there.
You went deep south.
Deep south. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. What else?
So,
What else happened in this episode? I'm still trying to remember how the Howard the Duck scene was still one of the best things. I want Darcy and the Duck so
yeah,
bad.
them getting married, like that was just ridiculously funny.
We got drunk Jane Foster. You know, that's
Oh,
obviously
that's
got
true.
the
That's true.
got the schoolgirl crush.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Loki destroyed something during this episode.
The phone? He drops the
Yeah,
phone
he
because he's the
he
guy
dropped that by
falls
accident,
so
but
far.
maybe it wasn't him. Mount Rushmore. The frost giants. They use the what's it called? The casket of frost?
Oh,
the thing from the first
block
movie.
thing.
Yeah. It's appeared in a couple of the What If episodes, and they used it to put horns and frost beards on Mount Rushmore.
That was pretty funny. I like Jeff Goldblum in this too. He only had a couple little lines, but man, he was hilarious. Him riding around on those little scooters. Yeah. He's like, I'm taking these little scoots.
He's also the DJ for the party.
Yeah. He's the best. Have you guys gotten I send everyone the Grandmaster song for their birthday. I've sent you that, right? Yeah.
It's my birthday.
In a row, in fact.
just got to remind you that song exists.
It's great. I feel like that's still my favorite Marvel movie so far is Ragnarok. So
yeah, it's not bad for sure. Anything else you guys want to discuss on this, or should we?
Yeah.
Well, we could rate it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know. It's funny. Call his mom. Call his mom.
Call his mom. Yeah. No one's gonna stop him. You gotta call his mom.
You have to help me clean. My mom's coming. And they're all like, oh, shit. Because everybody's scared of Frigga.
Oh, and all of us have said that at least once, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys have to help me clean. My parents are on their way home. No, man, we're good. See ya.
I liked how they brought in Selvig to create the microphone pager for Heimdall, so that they could get Heimdall's attention. Mm-hmm. It's like now that they know they're there, they can whip that stuff up in an instant.
Yeah, that's funny. Was that played by the guy that plays Selvig?
I don't remember if Selvig said anything.
Did they even? Yeah, I don't even know if he said anything. You're right. I don't think he did. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like.
Are we? We need to talk about how Coulson or not Coulson. Maria Hill. I got to get my Shield agents right. Maria Hill was going to order the full-on nukes.
Oh yeah,
to take them out.
Ready.
And she was going to bomb. She was ready to bomb Marvel in them.
That's right.
We just got to hope that she can take a punch.
She'll be fine. Hey, man.
Hey, I mean, you would think Thor would be fine too. Then,
yeah,
you would think you would think Thor would be fine too, then, right? If Marvel can take a nuke, why wouldn't Thor be able to? They've been going at it for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, because if Captain Marvel punches as hard as she can, it'll break the planet. So like fly him up in space and
Supposedly.
hit him. But whatever,
It's good.
whatever.
Multiverse.
Yeah, I'm like fly him into space and hit him. Like what?
Yeah, that didn't really make sense. That's a good
Yeah.
point too.
I do think the Maria Hill's ruthlessness made sense. I feel like without Nick Fury, she would kind of fly off the handle a little bit.
She in the comics when she takes over Shield, she's pretty. Like she's very, I suppose
Cold-blooded,
ruthless. Yeah,
yeah.
she's very pragmatic.
Okay. Like, no, I'm not even gonna mess with this. We're just gonna nuke them. Just
gonna
get
do,
rid
like-
of them.
Yeah, she's gonna do
Yeah.
what she needs to do to keep Earth safe. There's a lot of scary shit out there, so you just nip it in the bud.
Yeah, which makes sense. Fury was always the one that's like, let's check it out, let's explore it and see what happens. Maria's like, nah. Y'all remember Thanos? Let's not explore any of that.
Explore. Just send a nuke through.
Yep.
Just throw a Hulk through
Yeah.
and close the portal. Call it good. Pick
Yeah.
him up in a couple years.
I feel like that's what Shield does, though. They just send nukes, right? Because they try to do it in Avengers as well. With the Chitauri, they were like, just nuke New York. Fuck it.
Yeah, they were. Yep. What's the population of New York? I mean,
No big deal. We just need to get rid of this army.
Yeah. These things have 4 extra arms. Look at that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Pretty nuke happy over there in Shield world.
It's true. Well, I mean, at that point, it was still Hydra. So
I guess you're not wrong. Yep.
I liked.
What you got, Roy? You look like you're pensive over there.
I'm trying to think if any new Marvel trailers came out.
Hawkeye.
The Hawk guy. I think we.
Yep.
Yeah, we mentioned that.
Probably need to end out the episode with
I-
a new Hawkeye trailer.
I already had it up, man. Way ahead of you,
You're ahead of me.
dude.
I really liked that Captain Marvel said. Oh wait, nope. Never mind.
Should we rate this, guy? Should we rate this out of 10 hammers? Are we doing this out of hammers?
Yeah, hammers this week, I think, or brews.
Brews, like beers, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Magical
Like
beer
hammer.
steins that refill.
Yeah, I like hammers more.
Another.
Yes. Roy, you want to start? You started off. I know you're going to give this the best rating ever, but
Yeah. Yep. Totally am. I'm gonna say. What did I give Zombies? Zombies was a 5, I believe, is what I gave it. Which was
that
pretty
good, huh?
low.
give that one a 4.
I'm probably gonna go 6.5.
Okay.
I mean, it had its points. It was fun, but it seemed like this was really late in the series with all the other dark stuff they had. They should have put this sooner to get everyone, put this right after T'Challa when everybody's like, yeah, get everyone amped up, get everyone happy and emotional, and then rip your hearts out with everything else that come after with all the death. That's.
Yeah, they could have given.
I feel like it was misplaced.
They could have put it earlier and given us like that flash of Ultron, and then have people like low key forgetting about it, and then they're like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah. So 6.5, 6.5 hammers.
It's,
What about you, Chip?
It was it's probably I was gonna say 6. I'll stick with it. Let's think it a 6.
All right.
It was funny. It was the funniest one so far, but I don't know.
That's the whole reason for my rating. the comedy in this made me give it a 7. Just because I think it was, I definitely laughed out loud more than 3 times in this episode. So that's worth an extra point. Otherwise, if it wasn't as funny as it was, I probably would have done a 6 as well. But yeah,
Cool.
I don't know. I do agree with you, Roy, that maybe this should have been put in the beginning of the season a little more towards, like a 3rd or 4th episode.
Mhm.
And like Chip was saying, to forget about that Ultron thing.
Yeah.
But
I,
it just depends on how they end it too, because if that story makes sense, like in the end, if the last bit of this episode and then the 2 episodes that follow, if they all have some sort of plot to it, then it would make sense to put this one there.
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Yeah.
To
We'll
me,
see.
it just feels like they fireflied this episode.
It's a leaf on the leaves.
Yeah.
That's funny. Too soon, maybe? Too soon, I think. I don't know.
Jesse
was there
hasn't said
anything?
anything, so
Not
it
yet.
couldn't be too soon.
Is there anything else we needed to cover this week or this episode? So listen, Venom comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
And I do plan on seeing that this weekend. Like I plan hard on seeing it.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, okay, well, whatever, dude. Shang-Chi came at a really bad time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's understandable. I think
And
I'll
Jesse's
probably
right.
see
I
it.
am the only one with a fresh wound over here about Firefly because,
Yeah. My brother's birthday is tomorrow. So I don't
happy
know,
birthday,
maybe-
Kyle.
Happy birthday, bro. So yeah, maybe Roy and I can drag him along and go see it.
Yeah. I have Saturday and Sunday off this week. So I definitely intend on going. I might actually go Friday night for the midnight showing.
That's the way to do it.
But yeah, that's if you guys want to get together for that next week and talk Venom, we could do that. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to be back for another 2 weeks, right?
Well, we were going to do
No,
2
next
episodes of
week
Ultron
is-
next week.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing. Oh, that's right. You're right.
Jesus.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
Trying to spare me from losing a bet here, I guess.
That's it. Yeah, I was just trying to be nice, I guess. But cool. Well, I mean, we could close this thing out then, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like we probably could. Just want to throw a shout out again to our buddy Sarah for guesting last week. She did an awesome job. It was a lot of fun. Maybe we can have her back on sometime. But yeah, big shout
Definitely.
out there.
Yeah, thanks,
Definitely.
Sarah,
It
for
was
covering for me.
It was a breath of fresh air.
Ouch.
It's not a slam. It's just saying it's a nice change of pace. Like if I wasn't on the show for a session, you could have someone else on.
Yeah, I would like to see more guests come on the show for sure. Just some other takes and stuff. Not that I don't like you guys, but like I know you guys too well now. So I feel like every time I ask a question, I just know what's going to come out of your mouth holes.
Was it funny?
It's like,
Roy's not
oh,
gonna
no.
like it.
Well, I know Chip probably hated this. Let's ask him about it because he's probably got a joke lined up.
Chip, what did you think?
Probably
I
good.
hated it. Every
It's the
time.
worst thing
it was
ever.
okay.
It was like, eh. It's like half the text in the group chat is just like, eh.
Yep, not even a lie there either. Yeah, and I didn't have many shout outs this week except pretty much the entire network. With all the stuff that's going on, that was what I got. So, if you guys want, we could end this thing on a Hawkeye trailer.
Yeah, I think
Let's
we're
do
gonna bring it out on a Hawkeye trailer. So I guess we're gonna close it out, and that means that I'm Chip.
I'm Roy.
And I'm Josh.
And we'll see you next time, you marvelous monsters.
This is the first Christmas we've had together in years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost time.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise. It's the most wonderful time. When I wore this suit, I made a whole lot of enemies.
You're a Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
Are you one of those people?
It's the most wonderful.
Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on a second.
With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling.
Things have gotten more complicated.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that.